Waiting for some more people to join. Hey everybody. Just waiting on, what's going on, man? Just waiting on Dakota to join. What's up, Jason? Heather? Everybody? Waiting on Dakota. He's fashionably late. I'm wearing headphones because I'm trying to avoid feedback. So I apologize if I look a little strange, but it is what it is. You have to bear with me. I just kind of woke up. I kind of drank myself to sleep. Just waiting on Dakota. Come on, where the fuck you at, boy? Don't make me shave without you. This is weird. It's going to be hard to shave with that on. It is going to be hard, but at the same time, I'm trying to avoid feedback. Maybe I'll just do the one ear. Let's try that, and it won't be quite as bad. What's going on, everybody? Waiting for Dakota to join still. What's up, Derek? What's going on, Ian? We're waiting on Dakota from Herc Soaps. There he is. It's about fucking time he joined. I'm going to send him an invite real quick. What up, playa?
Not much. Are you toasted or what?
Oh God, beyond.
You're gonna slice your face open. Use a straight razor.
It's for the. You want me to?
I mean, I think. How much blood does there have to be before Instagram will flag it for adult content?
Oh yeah, very true. I'll get demonetized or something.
Our viewers will get to watch people come in and rescue you. 911 operators on live. This is excellent television.
Well, what is it called when somebody's live streaming and they call the feds and they bust in the door?
Swatting.
Swatting, yes. Dude, that'd be great.
What's up? Distorted.
Hey, everybody. Everybody's here.
All right. What are you using tonight?
I'm using Herc Soap.
All right. So, I'm super quiet. Can you hear me okay, Yost?
I hear you, but I got my headphone on.
Distorted Edge. There's buttons on the side of your iPhone. If you hit the top, I'm kidding. He's never going to order a soap ever.
Awesome.
So I was going to use Old Ironsides, but then I was like, I went to smell it, and I was like, I smelled this for 3 hours, and then the rest of my house smelled like it. If I had
tastes good too
anymore, I think I was gonna be sick. I'm glad everybody loves Old Ironsides, but making it so last night when we started with the bourbon, because the bourbon has a process of its own. We simmered it and then lit it on fire on the stovetop to get the alcohol out. Whoo, I thought we were gonna lose the house. It just whoosh, and then we just let it burn.
Everyone keeps saying you sound far away and tinny.
Tinny?
Yeah. I don't know, man. You sound fine to me. It must be people with iPhones, I guess.
Hold on. Let's try this one more time.
Okay.
Go out and then come back in.
Tin can. Well, I'm going to sit here and vape and drink and wait for him to show back up. Oh, I'm totally hating on iPhones.
All right. How about now?
You sound good to me still.
All right, cool. All right, so what are you using? You got Old Ironsides?
I'm using Old Ironsides. I'm using my Wild West brush with my cobalt knot.
Hey, Dude, shout out to Derek Wheeler. Derek Wheeler for those of you who don't know, Derek Wheeler runs Wild West Brushworks. Yost and I both have a you know what? No, I'm gonna use the brush I was going to, but he good for Derek. He got in on the Old Ironside sale last night.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if he wants people knowing that. All right. Razor.
Using my double open comb Ascension from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, only because I can dial down the sensitivity. And since I did a 2-pass impromptu live shave by myself last night, I figured if I'm going to do 2 shaves a night or 2 passes, I probably better do this on the very easy light setting on this guy.
Okay.
What about you?
I am using a classic, one of my all-time favorites, and one of the first soaps I ever owned. Henry et Victoria, Cognac and Cuban Cigar.
Never heard of it.
Oh. Hot Springs, Arkansas. Hey!
Nice.
That's where my wife's family is from. Come over to Jacksonville and meet up with us. Buy some soaps. Hang out. We'll have a beer together. Oh, man. This soap, it's indescribable how this... It smells like...
Like cognac?
Classy, a good drink and a cigar. I mean, that's what it's called, but it's classy. That's the best way to describe it.
Okay, fair enough.
And for brush, I'm using my. I wish you could see this better. It's red and black. Like, oh, there it is. You can see the color.
There we go. Yeah.
It's a Lowborn Supply Drac.
Nice. What kind of knot is in that?
Timberwolf.
What is a Timberwolf?
I don't know. It's a Maggard's. It's a Maggard's. So Lowborn made the brush, and then we had Lowborn send the brushes to Reyes so we could have them professionally installed.
Nice.
I bought this one, and at the same time, my wife got a pearlescent white.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And then Reyes did our knots. We have 3 of Lowborn's brushes, and they're fantastic.
Nice.
For razor, I'm going with a Fendrihan Scientist, which is my preferred go-to, with a Astra blade.
Nice. I'm not going to fuck around. I'm going to go ahead and get started here.
Already on it. I started scooping. Is that weird?
No.
I was talking about that with on a live video I did this morning, because I was talking about how for Christmas I think I was going to get myself the Moonscape scuttle.
Okay.
From Doug.
Yeah.
And because the thought of a warm lather really is attractive to me.
It's cool. I have that Georgetown pottery scuttle, and it's great, and it definitely keeps the lather hot forever. I just find that it seems like the scuttles seem to overload my brush a lot, and I end up with a lot of wasted soap. When granted, I'm not like I'm running out, but
I always thought that was just me.
No, it creates so much lather that it seems like I can't apply it evenly.
At the end of a shave, when there's so much lather left over, and I'm done, there's no more hair to shave, I always feel sad getting rid of the last.
Right? You feel like you're wasting stuff.
It's such a beautiful lather, and I have to get rid of it.
Shelby says she's just watching to hear how much shit she talks about how much shit you talk about her.
Sleeping on the couch tonight.
Well, for anyone who's watched before or not watched before, I am using Herc Soap, which is Dakota and Shelby, who I'm shaving with right now. This is a fantastic soap. They have come a long way in a short period of time, and this stuff is fantastic. I was able to jump on this very limited batch release here, and I put very little effort into what I'm doing right now, and it's just coating like crazy. I love this stuff. I'm glad you guys released it again, and it sold out pretty much instantaneously, didn't it?
Before the night was over, and we released it at about 9 o'clock last night. We woke up, there was nothing left.
That's awesome.
I don't know what it is. I think I'm betting on the booze. But
oh, booze sells everything, bro.
But
I'm
old iron sides really.
Go ahead. I just am kind of upset that I don't have the splash of it.
Oh well. I guess you'll just have to. Keep an eye out.
I guess I will.
We dropped a teaser yesterday morning.
Is that a hint?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Morning, we were out and about, and we stopped by the liquor store because we had to get the bourbon. And all I did was I posted a picture, a video of me pulling it off the shelf, and a picture of it buckled into my seat.
I saw that. That was pretty funny.
And like I looked at Shelby and I was like, I hope they get it. I hope they get it.
I knew exactly what was going on. Man, I've been drinking way too much lately. Trying to work in retail is garbage. And it's been forcing me to drink probably 3 times as much as I normally do. I just didn't realize how ignorant people can be when we're all just trying to get the same goal here. We're trying to get people in and get out, and all they want to do is yell at you or try and argue with you. And I know it's the holidays. I know it's stressful, but come on.
Have you considered insulting their children?
I usually do.
If I would try that and see if that shuts them up.
I'm afraid about getting shot, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're St. Louis.
Yes, absolutely. I think we usually fight between Detroit for #1 most crime-ridden in the U.S.
Dude, I'm in Little Rock.
Which means what?
It's up there on the crime rate.
Well, I'm going to look it up because I want to guarantee you we're probably much more ahead of you.
Yeah, I think Little Rock is number 3, I think.
Okay, so you're not too far behind then. Awesome.
That's city pride is what that is.
That's progress. Yeah, that's right, Jason. Or Nikon said, any customer service related job sucks right now. Absolutely. And I said, I'm just reminding myself I'm only doing it temporarily. I'm only here till like the end of January, and then I'm back into my maintenance field. But I haven't been in retail since I was probably 17, and I don't know if it's a change of the times, but the fact that people can't get off their fucking cell phone when you're trying to check them out, I find so rude. Like, have a little decency, hang the phone up when you're in line and you're trying to buy something. And then I'm sitting there trying to answer, you're like, oh, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, but I'm checking you out. Yo, what's going on, Miguel? And I just think it wouldn't hurt you, or the fact that people will walk into the store and have a full-on conversation while their phone's on speakerphone. Hey, Shelby. Yes, Jason, I'm going back into maintenance in February.
It's also the holidays.
I guess. Maybe I just hate people. Maybe I just hate people in general. I don't know. It just seems like nobody gives a shit. And like I said, they just always want to yell and argue and find something to bitch about. I'm like, you're at a video game store. You're yelling at me because Mario's not on the PlayStation, and I don't know what to do to convince you otherwise.
That's not how that works.
Right? So what's going on with you guys in Herc? Anything new in the works?
Yeah.
Can you talk about it, or is it super secret?
Well, it's not secret. It's just sensitive.
Okay. Which means what?
How do you feel about tallow-based soaps?
I love tallow-based soaps.
Well,
Crash Bandicoot's awesome. Oh yeah, what's that?
Tallow-based soaps.
Oh, those shit. But like, I mean, are you doing all your formulas in tallow-based, or is it a certain new kind?
Just a new kind of soap that we're going to offer. The soap you're currently using is a vegan soap, and I think if those scents were to disappear, I think we'd make some people mad.
True.
So we're gonna start a tallow line.
Nice. Goat's milk soaps? No, I've never used a goat milk soap before.
Neither have I.
I've used duck fat.
Goat's milk is usually reserved. Now, I have seen some goat milk shave soaps, but I've never used them.
Who makes goat milk? I've never used any. I've used duck fat.
Goats make milk. Goat milk.
Really? Thank you, Captain Obvious.
So I'm on leave, or I'm not on leave. So I was put on duty to work New Year's week instead of Christmas week. So I don't have to go back into work until like January 2nd. So this is gonna get real.
It's gonna get real serious real quick, huh?
With the not having to shave before work.
Goat's milk and soaps just gives a bit extra fat. See, I want somebody to go above and beyond and start doing human fat. I mean, I don't see the big deal about that. I mean, I don't know if there's something against laws with that. But I mean, that would be something, that would be, you know, raising the bar, and that'd be something nobody's done, right?
Well, what you do is you get in good with a plastic surgeon, and you get all the liposuction.
That's what I was thinking. You just get bags of the stuff.
Do I need a discount if I keep
At discount.
That's kind of gross, actually.
You started it.
I know, it's true. I didn't think you were going to continue, but, you know, fair enough.
The hot spring one.
Anyway, it's crazy that this stuff is a vegan soap, too, because it's super duper slick, and the post-shave is fantastic on it. Scent strength is perfectly strong the way I like it.
You're welcome.
I just need to get a hold of that splash.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We all know you're the brains behind it all.
Times. I have made breast milk soap for the baby.
Whoa!
Who?
Is it Zingari Man?
What?
I think it's another artisan.
Yeah, that's Heather.
Hi, Heather.
She also has another very, very good vegan base.
Oh, you did the live shave with her recently.
Yes, last
You're
week.
like all up in my shit right now.
Hey, Mickey Lee soaps. This one, the Drunken Goat, has goat's milk in it.
Well, that would make sense.
Can you like?
You were talking about not knowing which one had it.
But like this is like my zone.
I'm using a Herc Soaps page.
But this is like my side. We agreed when we bought the house. This was my side of the bathroom.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck cleaning that. To be honest, I should probably do a live shave with her. She's probably more entertaining.
Colonel Conk, is this a new line available now? If he's referring to the Old Ironsides, it is a limited release we do every once in a while. If you're referring to the tallow, it will be a new line, but it is not yet available.
Is there a reason why you're doing such a limited batch with it?
Say it again?
Is there a reason you're doing such a limited batch with your Old Ironsides?
Yes. Because the process is extremely difficult since we're using actual like bourbon with alcohol, which reacts with lye in weird ways. And it's not something we think will... It's a delicate soap. So we only do it very few times. Also, bourbon? Buying bourbon?
I don't want to look like an alcoholic at the liquor store. Like.
She should, because every time he does it, he drinks most of the bourbon.
Did that bathhouse soap have? No. Oh, tell them about that.
Get in here, Shelby. Get in here, Shelby. Come on. We need to see your face. Don't be shy. There she is. The floor is yours, Shelby. What do you want to say? Let's hear what people want to hear. People want to hear you.
I'm just like a behind the scenes person.
No, that's not necessarily true. All you gotta do is take a couple steps to your right, and then you're right here in the front.
There you go.
I don't really. To be honest, I don't want to stare at Dakota's ugly mug the whole time.
He's not ugly.
He's not ugly. I mean, he's pretty cute.
He's fucking weird, dude. You got. What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
I'm just smelling stuff at this point.
What kind of aftershave did I use with the cognac and Cuban cigar?
Shelby, what is your favorite soap? What is your favorite soap? What do you look for in a soap? What is it? Is it scent? Is it performance? Is there a certain company?
Me?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
Oh,
You're the only Shelby I'm talking to right now.
I don't know.
Unreal. Why did you buy Spitfire?
Oh, their backstory on that one. Kind of hit a heartstring. Like, it's the backstory that's like on their website is about their grandfather who was a pilot in World War II, and so it's one of those I have to own it kind of things.
Gotcha. And is the performance good? Does it live up to the story?
Oh yeah. No, I was really impressed by it actually. I went out on a whim to buy it, and I'd buy more of their soaps.
What do you consider probably your favorite right now, though? What's your go-to? Do you have a go-to?
No.
Everybody starts jerking off. That's only funny if you heard what I said before that.
I only have a sample of it currently, but like I love it. It's the Lather Bros Cali Ocho.
Oh, Lather Bros is fantastic. I love that stuff.
This one just smells so good. And like what's really weird that maybe people don't think about, but like mentholated soaps for women, like I love the feeling of that, like on my legs afterwards.
The menthol cooling effect?
Like when I get into bed, like it's just so cooling down my entire leg. So eventually I'd like to put menthol on soaps.
Now, see, obviously, I'm not shaving my legs, but the menthol on my face actually kind of irritates me a little bit. But I do like the feeling of menthol, but it seems like I've yet to really find one that doesn't bother me.
That's why the Holy Black Lavender Creeper is one of my favorite soaps because of the menthol. Soap Commander does menthol really well.
Oh, yeah, it's not really heavy in their soaps.
I think it also depends only in the summer for me with menthol. Interesting. Now, do you actually put like an aftershave balm or a splash on your legs too?
I use balms. I don't use splashes.
Okay, just because it dries you out, I guess?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Zingari man, I'm assuming you only use menthol in the summers because of the way like with the wind. It's like drinking out of a water fountain after chewing mint gum for an hour. Right?
That's a weird. That's a good description.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It just I've never heard anybody say it like that.
So I prefer menthol in the winter on nights that I haven't gotten a lot of sleep that day because I work outside on aircraft, and when that wind hits me in the flight line where we park all the planes is flat and it's really
okay.
So if I haven't gotten a lot of sleep that night, I'll use a mentholated aftershave, and which lasts pretty much through the night. When that wind hits me, it'll keep me awake.
Really?
It's one of those weird tricks. Some people slam Red Bulls, which I'm also one of those people. But for me, just
this one.
In basic training, they tell us if you're falling asleep to put hand sanitizer under your eyelids, and it'll fume up and it'll keep you awake, and it's just one of those tricks.
I'm gonna have to try that now. I like the cooling, but only when I'm hot. Well, that makes sense, I guess. You don't want to be cool if you're cold. I think Lather Bros does a very good job with their menthol. I think it's just enough to give it a nice little kick, but I've had some where it seems to burn my face. And I'm not a huge fan of bombs. I like the alcohol. Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Oh,
It's got menthol in it. Did you know that? Of course you
I do. Of course I do that.
Here's the thing: leather, tobacco, and lavender, plus the scent profile on it. Nothing in the scent profile says menthol, because when you smell it, you don't smell the menthol, you feel it. And in my opinion, that's doing it right.
Exactly. It just kind of comes in the back door, and then it doesn't really seem to, it doesn't creep up on you. It doesn't seem to be an irritant. It's just a nice little after effect.
Right. There's a time and place for mint scents with menthol, but Lather Bros does it where the menthol kind of, it's not part of the scent, but it's still there for you to feel, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's how it's done.
Bombs too.
Yep, I've noticed that as well. I've got several of their bombs. Cryogen and Yeti Snot.
Wait, who makes cryogen again?
I'm not sure.
What is Yeti Snot?
I'm afraid to ask what the hell Yeti Snot is. This guy's lost his rocker. Mojito really cold.
Wait.
You guys have to start including company names with this stuff.
No, Mojito is...
No, that's Miami Mojito.
Hey, Jason, the very first video that I watched you do, I forgot what you used, but it was something so mentholated that your eyes turned red and you literally had tears coming down your face, and I was laughing so hard. Which one was that?
Chiseled face. I guess. Yes, chiseled face makes cryogen. I should probably try that. Do you have any? No, I don't have any chiseled face. But my address is, if you guys want to send me some.
Sorry, I threw up my mouth a little bit.
Oh, man. But no, someone the other day had sent me a message. They were asking about, no. It was that thread on Facebook. And you commented at the very end. They were asking for sensitive skin, and somehow it turned into aftershave. Okay, you're like, okay, bye.
I stopped putting packages together to come in here.
So,
Jason said it was cryogen that he used. That had to have been it, because he said, I remember he said it was cryogen because it made him cry.
That's funny.
That's funny.
And he looked like he was in pain. Like, why would you put yourself through that torture? That does not sound good at all.
Beauty is pain, dude.
Beauty is pain, man.
I must be doing it wrong then.
Says the man with the receding hairline.
Wait, is this what you use?
Very true. Where's my hat, goddammit?
I mean, it's hat day. No. So, after you finished your last pass and you've rinsed off, and nobody's watching because you're not on Instagram Live, so like you're just shaving like a normal day. What is your aftershave treatment? Your
post-shave.
Post-shave regimen. Post-shave regimen.
Typically, it's just an aftershave. It's just an aftershave splash. I mean, that's all. I have bombs. I try and match whatever soap I'm using. If I don't have one that matches, then I try and find something that's within the same genre, same wheelhouse. Like, for instance, I had something that had kind of like a woodsy outdoor smell, so I'll use like an aftershave that's similar to it if I don't have the soap. Soap and menthol. The menthol is so heavy, it was actually recrystallizing in the tub. Oh, God, that sounds horrid.
No,
that sounds horrible.
On Reddit and in their chiseled face cryogen tubs.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
No thanks. No thanks. For me, finish my shave, cold rinse.
Absolutely. Always have to do a cold rinse.
A lum block. I've talked about this before. This stuff is killer. It's awesome. I don't know how I ever shaved without it.
Now, Jason said Barbadillo is the shit, the best splash out there. I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. I've never tried it. Do you use it a lum block even if you don't cut yourself?
I do. I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah, why?
I know why I use it when I have nicked myself. when I know I haven't nicked myself, I'll still use it, and I think it's just because of habit.
Okay, and do you think it just tightens your skin up a little bit?
Say it again?
Do you use it just because it tightens your pores and stuff up a little bit?
I think so. I mean, 90% of wet shaving is forming habits. You know, correct angle, correct process. For me, it's a lum block right afterwards. It's an astringent. Skin tightens. Yes. So, and I like the way my face feels right now. My face feels very tight and clean. I don't know if that makes sense. Now,
when it comes, like I have an alum block too. Now, let me ask you: do you wet your face and then just rub the alum block on your face, or do you get the block wet first?
So I wet my face. You go, everyone. You're a doll. So I wet my face as my rinse, and then I leave it wet, and then I get the alum block wet too, and then it just glides.
Gotcha. Yeah, Jason said the alum dries his skin out. What is First Line? Jason, First Line is my buddy Mike, who I got into wet shaving a couple of years ago, and he's also a police officer for Kirkwood, Missouri. Very awesome guy. And he is in the process of he's in the process of trying to make us a soap for first responders to try and help support us. We're going to be giving a lot of the proceeds back to Backstoppers also. So I really commend him because I know enough about making soap to know that I have no business making it. And, you know, I've seen what you guys have gone through. I've seen some of the test products he sent me. And, you know, I know he's really passionate about it. So he's really trying to get out there and make some good stuff.
First Line Shave. What's your buddy's name? He just texted me the other day.
Mike Riley.
Mike Riley. Mike, shoot me a message after this. I want to talk to you about something.
Hey, was what's Canadian? What? Hold on. Jason, are you drunk too? Oh, I think we're all drunk. I believe it's American.
Yeah, First Line. First Line's American. It's out of St. Louis.
Yep, out of St. Louis. He literally lives 5 minutes down the road from me. Poor guy reached out to me a couple of years ago. He said, hey, I see you're doing this wet shaving thing. You know, what should I do? And so I gave him a tub of one of my soaps. I gave him one of my DEs, and that's all she wrote. And now he's kind of screwed like the rest of us.
Hey, on the subject of aftershave, have you ever used
Nivea?
Yeah, the cooling post-shave balm.
Not the balm. I actually bought this quite a while ago. I have Nivea Aftershave Energy. Supposedly has caffeine in it, but it's all right. It smells good. It has taurine in it. It smells all right. I haven't used it in probably a couple of years.
That's right. Taurine is in Red Bull too. I highly recommend you go to Walmart, CVS. I got this at the base BX. I highly suggest you pick some of this up. It's unscented.
Okay.
And it does wonders. It's what I was using when I first started wet shaving. Also, Shelby discovered on the internet that it works well as a makeup primer.
That what?
A makeup primer? I don't know.
Oh, really? Yeah. Really, you don't? I don't like how classes with aftershave, I use Soap Commander Unscented Post-Shave Balm. Oh, Clashes. Gotcha. The only unscented kind of face lotion I have is by a company called Rugged and Dapper. I don't know if it's any good, but it's always worked really well for me. And it's just an unscented face lotion. Usually if I take a shower and I don't shave, I get out, my skin is dry. I usually put some of this on stuff here, and it's great. Works really well. It's not greasy or anything.
Zingari Man says any moisturizer works as a makeup primer.
Nice. Barbado scent disappears after 30 seconds. That's disappointing.
So unscented. Well, talking about unscented stuff. We were talking the other day about releasing our vegan soap base, the one everybody has come to know and love, in an unscented formula. What do you think about that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is that...
I think that's fine. Personally, excuse me, I think there's a lot of people who like unscented. Me personally, it doesn't do anything for me. But I think a lot of people who want an unscented, variety, I think it'd be a good idea. Man, Jason, you keep saying Barbado is great, but then you say its scent sucks, and then you say it leaves after 30 seconds because it's horrible. I'm confused.
And never sells for her.
The unscented, yeah. I think a lot of guys like the overpowering scent, but I know like Mike has an unscented from Soap Commander and he likes it. But I figured if I'm going to spend the money and buy a soap, I want to have a good smell to it. Personally,
yeah, I smell for I shave for the smells.
So unless there's somebody who's really, really sensitive to scents or whatsoever, I think you should probably do a poll. Honestly, do a poll and see who would be interested in it.
We have that one customer.
But no, yeah, smells. Like one of my favorite smells right now is I scored this on Black Friday. It's the Holy Black. It's part of their secret stash, but it was their sandalwood smoke. And oh boy, it's sandalwood, but it smells like you've been like around a campfire.
So it smells like you've been smoking sandalwood?
It does smell like I've been smoking sandalwood.
Jason said the scent is horrible, but the performance is stellar. Well, that's going to be a no for me. If it smells like ass, I don't want it on my face.
Oh, now you're just lying to people.
Maybe.
Oh, man. If you had any hair, I would really suggest this, too.
Bro, I have pomade, and I can buy one container, and it'll last me a fucking year. Hey, I saved so much money.
Locks Hair Wax Company. I got this Wild Hunt stuff. It smells like fucking Christmas joy. It's so good. I just dropped so have I. Can you elaborate on Christmas joy? So it's like a pine, but it's got some like I smell candy cane in it and just. I'd have to look it up, but it smells. It's their winter edition of their pomade. I use, which is I've been following this company, Rocky Mountain Barber, since like their first 200 followers. They're up to like 25,000 now. This pomade here, I don't know what. Hold on, water, beeswax, glycerin, and other stuff I can't pronounce. But it's kind of like a clear. It's not very waxy. But it's just enough for me to where it'll give me a good hold. I mix a little bit of water in it, and I really enjoy it. It seems like any of the stuff that's really oily or waxy just seems to really not set very well with my hair, or lack thereof. Unscented would be that didn't match. Uh-oh, we lost him. Let's see if we can get him back in here. I guess he's on that McDonald's Wi-Fi. We'll wait for him for a second here. We're just kind of BSing right now anyway. Come on, Dakota, did you forget to pay your internet bill? If he comes back, you should ask him about Jolly 51. Definitely will. I don't know where he disappeared to. Hey, Adam, what's going on? Glad you joined. We're waiting for Dakota to come back. There he comes. Hey. So on my end, you're the one that went out.
Well, I don't know who's to blame. I hate Instagram Live. It seems like there's a lot of issues. Somebody said, if you come back, ask them about Jolly 51.
Okay. So the guy who asked is actually my best friend, Austin Malinowski. He's another aircraft maintainer here at Little Rock. So Jolly 51, it's actually.
See you, Jason.
Hear me now? It's a sad story, but you know, to many it represents what we signed up to do as the military. So Jolly 51 was the call sign for a HH-53 Jolly Green Giant helicopter, and those are the helicopters that United States Air Force Special Forces use. The PJs, which are the para-rescue jumpers. Last year in March, unfortunately, a helicopter crashed with a number of Air Force pararescuemen on it, and everyone involved lost their lives. And it was during an operation. So this March, we will be releasing 51 and only 51 sets of a scent that we're working on, and 100% of the proceeds that we make from it will be donated to Gold Star families, which are the families left behind. It's still a work in progress, but it's coming along.
That's fantastic.
The soap will be called Jolly 51, which again was the aircraft call sign.
When are you planning on releasing that?
March.
That's awesome. Can you give any scent notes on that yet, or are you still working on that?
Still working.
Still working on it. The foundation we'll be donating to is the Others May Live Foundation. So that Others May Live is the creed that U.S. Air Force Special Operations they live by that. The things we do so that others may live is kind of their motto. And part of the things that they did led to a disaster over in Bagram. And this was 3 months after I left. And they were stationed at the base I was deployed to. Austin Malinowski was stationed at, he swapped me out on the deployment, and he was on that base when the tragedy happened.
Really?
So, and I mean, it made news. Nothing like that had ever happened before, especially during an operation. So
sure.
When we heard about it, and Austin brought it up to us, and we definitely knew that something like that needed to be done.
That's awesome. I love the fact you're doing that. Please sign me up for one. You've got me 100% on the purchase on that one.
Absolutely. I get a little choked up talking about it because, you know, being Air Force, you know, we're close to it. But so like I said, the call sign of the operation or the aircraft was Jolly 51. We're only going to be making 51 sets. They will be sold as complete sets, and like I said, 100%. Everything that comes in the door from selling that will be given to the Others So That Others May Live Foundation, which goes to the families of operators and battlefield airmen that are left behind.
That's fantastic. I'm glad you guys are doing that. That's great.
That's our big project that's in the works.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Herc Soap? Anything else in the works? Anything else you guys want to talk about? This is your time to plug your company.
Yeah, Shelby's working on something.
Shelby, are you still there? I know you're still there. Shelby.
I'm working on a face bar. Well, it's going to be like a face and body bar.
Okay.
This is my first one that I've ever done, so I don't know if it's going to like work out. I'm actually making it tonight, and then I'm going to have a couple of my friends at work try it and kind of let me know how they feel. They all have different skin types, so it'll be helpful. And then hopefully next month, at the beginning of the year, it'll release.
That's awesome. Awesome.
It's not just yeah.
But other than that, we're just trucking along. It seems we've got a good soap, good product, and we're just slowly making it better.
And that's absolutely awesome, and that's why I keep having you shave with you. Not only are you cool and you're a cool character and I like you, but you have a good product, and that's why a little bit. But that's another reason I'm glad you came on, because I want more people to know about you, and very happy with your soap. I did 2 passes. I did 2 passes yesterday, which is uncharacteristic for me. I still feel fine. Everything's great. I don't use your soap enough just because I have way too much as it is, and it's already a struggle to figure out what I'm going to shave with.
Same.
It's overwhelming. But I'm glad you joined me tonight, Dakota. Guys, everybody who watched, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure you're following Herc Soap. I'll leave a little link too afterwards to make sure people are following you, because you have a good product. And I want to make sure all the small guys are getting their time in the spotlight, and that's why I always like bringing you on.
Always. if anyone is interested in the Old Ironsides, we have 6 sample sizes left that are up for grabs. They're not the full size soap, and obviously not the splashes, but we pack our samples full, so you'll get about 4 to 5 shaves out of it. So if anyone's interested in Old Ironsides that Yost used tonight, grab yourself some. $2.
Absolutely, and for $2 is well worth it. This stuff is so good, and it's crazy how quickly you listen to your customer feedback and how quickly you tweak the formula and just made it like a night and day difference.
Well, I mean, without the customers, we wouldn't have made it anywhere. So we
awesome.
We got into this to just give people good shaves.
You're doing a great job. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you, Shelby. Is there anything else you want to say tonight?
No, we're good. I'm gonna go play some Red Dead.
Sweet, man. I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Take care.